Have you ever wondered how much of your life is impacted by your excuses? Picture this, a world where every individual is a master of their destiny, unshackled by the chains of their own excuses. Sounds liberating, doesn't it? Yet we often find ourselves entangled in the web of our own excuses, hindering us from reaching our true potential. Excuses, my dear listeners, are the invisible barriers we build around ourselves. They are the self-constructed walls that keep us from scaling the heights of our dreams. They make us spectators in our own lives, watching opportunities pass us by. But imagine, for a moment, the power of taking responsibility for our actions, our decisions. It's transformative, it's empowering. It's the first step towards personal growth. Because when we stop hiding behind excuses, we start living a life defined by our actions, not our fears. Excuses are the shackles that keep us from tasting the sweet fruit of success. Let me tell you a story about a person named Alex, who used to be the master of excuses. Alex was a man of considerable potential, brimming with creativity and intelligence. Yet he had a knack for crafting the most intricate excuses, almost as if it were an art form. These excuses, however, were not beautiful masterpieces, but rather barriers that kept him shielded from the world of possibilities. Every setback, every failure, every missed opportunity, Alex had an excuse at the ready. His life, much like a wheel stuck in mud, seemed to revolve in the same old rut, going around and around, but never really moving forward. His dreams of success were constantly overshadowed by his fears, his doubts, and yes, his ever-present excuses. He blamed the economy for his lack of a good job, his friends for his loneliness, the world for his unhappiness. He was so adept at making excuses that he had started to believe them himself. And so his life remained stagnant, his dreams unfulfilled, his potential untapped. But the most tragic part of it all was that Alex was not alone. Many of us in our own ways have been Alex at some point or another. We've all made excuses that have kept us from reaching our true potential, from living the life we truly desire. Excuses, you see, are not just words or phrases we use to justify our inaction. They are chains we forge ourselves, shackles that bind us to a life of mediocrity and unfulfilled dreams. The story of Alex, however, does not end in despair. It is, after all, a tale of triumph. For one day, Alex woke up and decided he had had enough. He decided to break free from his self-made chains of excuses. He chose to take control of his life, to stop blaming others and start taking responsibility. Then, one day, Alex decided to break free from his self-made chains of excuses. Alex's journey towards success began when he decided to stop making excuses. This was the pivotal moment, the turning point, if you will, when Alex decided to take control of his life rather than letting life control him. Alex began to realize that the power to change his life was in his hands, not in the hands of external circumstances. He understood that blaming others or circumstances for his situation was simply a way to avoid taking responsibility for his actions. It was a shield, a defense mechanism, but it was also a cage that kept him from reaching his full potential. He began to ask himself hard questions. Was it really his job's fault that he was unhappy? Or was it his lack of effort to find a better one? Was it his friends who were holding him back? Or was it his inability to set boundaries and prioritize his own needs? He started to see excuses as what they truly were, self-imposed limitations. He realized that he was the architect of his own life, and if he wanted to build something great, he had to start with the foundation of responsibility and accountability. So, Alex started taking responsibility for his actions, his decisions, and his life. He stopped blaming others and started focusing on what he could do to improve his situation. He stopped waiting for things to happen and started making them happen. He set goals, made plans, and took action. He faced challenges, overcame obstacles, and learned from failures. He embraced the journey of self-improvement and personal growth, and as he did, he began to see changes, not just in his circumstances, but more importantly, in himself. The transformation was remarkable. Alex was no longer a victim of his circumstances, but the master of his destiny. His life was no longer a series of unfortunate events, but a testament to the power of determination, resilience, and no excuses. And in the end, Alex achieved the success he had always dreamed of, not by changing his circumstances, but by changing his mindset. Alex's story is a testament to the power of taking responsibility and not making excuses. After years of languishing in a rut, he made a conscious decision to stop blaming external factors and to start taking control of his life. The transformation was nothing short of dramatic. He stopped saying "I can't" and started saying "I will." He ceased to let his past failures dictate his future. Instead, he used them as stepping stones to climb to new heights. He replaced his "but" with "and yet," turning every obstacle into an opportunity. And in doing so, he unlocked a potential he never knew he had. This principle is not exclusive to Alex, it is universal. It applies to each and every one of us. We all have excuses that we use to justify our stagnation. We say we're not good enough, we're not ready, we don't have time, we're afraid. But these are just words we tell ourselves to avoid taking the leap. What if we, like Alex, decided to stop making excuses? What if we chose to believe in our abilities, to take control of our lives, to turn our obstacles into opportunities? Our potential is limitless, and all we need to unlock it is the courage to say no to our excuses. Remember, the only things standing between you and your success are the excuses you keep making. You too can break free from your excuses. The path of responsibility is a journey that begins with a single step. Like Alex, you can take charge of your life, discard the shackles of excuses, and strive for success. It's a path that demands courage and resolve, but the rewards are immeasurable. So why not start today? As you embark on this journey, we're here to inspire and guide you. Subscribe for more content, and remember, stop making excuses and start making progress in your life.